In our pockets, on our desks, in our driveways, it's everywhere. A tiny, silver-white metal that powers our modern world. Lithium. We call it white gold, the key to a green revolution, the fuel for our electric future. But behind this clean, shiny promise lies a darker, more complex story. A story of power, greed, and a global scramble that's redrawing the map of the 21st century. This is the story of the Lithium Wars, and I'm Alex Carter, an investigative journalist. For the past year, I've been on a mission to uncover the hidden truth behind the world's most in-demand mineral. My journey will take me from the highest deserts on Earth to the gleaming boardrooms of global corporations. I'm here to find out what is the true cost of our battery-powered future. Our story begins in a place that looks like it's from another planet, the Salar de Atacama, part of South America's Lithium Triangle. This breathtaking expanse of white salt flats holds over half of the world's known lithium reserves. From above, it's a surreal patchwork of turquoise and emerald pools. But down on the ground, the reality is far more complicated. I met with local community leaders like Alina, whose ancestors have lived here for centuries. She told me they call this desert empty, but it is full of life. Our life. The water is our blood. They are pumping the ancient brine from beneath the salt, and our springs, our ancestral lands, are drying up. For what? For cars in faraway cities. The process of extracting lithium from brine is incredibly water-intensive. In one of the driest places on Earth, massive amounts of water are evaporated, leaving the precious lithium behind. This has a devastating impact on the delicate ecosystem and the indigenous communities who depend on it for their survival. I saw flamingos struggling to find food in shrinking lagoons and heard first-hand accounts of farmers abandoning their ancestral lands because their wells had run dry. The contrast between the promise of a green future and the parched reality on the ground was stark. This isn't just an environmental issue, it's a human rights issue. The global hunger for lithium is pitting billion-dollar corporations against some of the world's most vulnerable people. From the arid plains of the Lithium Triangle, my investigation took me to the heart of the manufacturing beast, a state-of-the-art gigafactory. The scale of this place is almost impossible to comprehend. Imagine a factory floor stretching for miles, filled with humming robots and automated assembly lines, all working in perfect synchrony. Here, raw lithium carbonate is transformed into the sleek, powerful battery cells that will one day power millions of electric vehicles. I spoke with the chief engineer, a brilliant mind named Dr. Chen, who was bubbling with optimism. He walked me through the intricate process, a marvel of modern engineering. "Alex, what you're seeing here is the future," he explained, his voice filled with pride. "Every battery we produce is a step away from fossil fuels. We are literally building a cleaner planet, one cell at a time. And you can't deny the sheer innovation, the precision, the efficiency, the relentless drive to push the boundaries of what's possible. It's awe-inspiring." But as I watched the endless stream of batteries roll off the line, Elena's words echoed in my mind. The clean future being built in this factory felt a world away from the dusty, drying lands I had just left. It raised a critical question. Can a revolution be truly green if its foundations are built on the depletion of vital resources and the displacement of communities? The supply chain is long, and the connection between the source and the final product is often deliberately obscured. Every supply chain has a master, someone pulling the strings from the top. My journey led me to a gleaming skyscraper, the global headquarters of one of the world's largest lithium conglomerates. After months of persistent requests, I finally secured an interview with their CEO, a man who has become one of the most powerful figures in the new energy economy. Let's call him Mr. Davies. He's charismatic, polished, and incredibly sharp. He greeted me in a boardroom with a panoramic view of the city, a king in his castle of glass and steel. He painted a picture of his company as a global savior, a pioneer leading the charge against climate change. "We are not just a mining company, Alex," he said smoothly. "We are an energy solutions provider. We are enabling the transition to a sustainable world. The benefits for humanity are immeasurable." He spoke of jobs created, of economic development, of corporate social responsibility programs. But I had documents, leaked internal reports, satellite images, and confidential testimonies from former employees, evidence that contradicted his pristine public image. I had proof of water usage far exceeding reported levels, of environmental impact assessments that had been deliberately altered, and of community agreements that had been systematically violated. The time for pleasantries was over. I laid a folder on the polished mahogany table between us. "Mr. Davies," I began, my voice steady, "I've been to the Salar. I've spoken with the people whose land is drying up, and I have documents that show your company's operations are directly responsible, and that you've actively concealed the extent of the damage." I slid a satellite photo across the table, showing the dramatic shrinkage of a lagoon next to one of their evaporation ponds. His smile vanished. The friendly corporate mask fell away, replaced by a cold, hard stare. For a moment, the room was silent except for the distant hum of the city below. He leaned forward, his voice dropping to a low, menacing tone. "You journalists," he scoffed, "you come in with your self-righteous crusade, thinking you understand the complexities of global industry. Progress has a cost, Mr. Carter. Nothing is perfect. We are doing more good for this planet than you could possibly imagine. Do you want to go back to the age of oil, pollution, choking cities? Because that's the alternative." It was a classic deflection, a threat veiled as a moral choice. But the evidence was undeniable. The standoff was electric. It was more than just an interview. It was a confrontation between two conflicting worldviews. The glossy narrative of green capitalism versus the gritty reality on the ground. In that moment, the true nature of the Lithium Wars became crystal clear. It's a battle for control, for resources, and for the narrative itself. A few weeks later, my report went public. The story, titled "The True Cost of White Gold," was published and went viral. It sent shockwaves through the industry. The leaked documents sparked government investigations and shareholder revolts. Activist groups, armed with new evidence, were able to amplify their campaigns. Mr. Davies's company faced intense public scrutiny, and their stock price took a significant hit. But this was never about taking down one company or one CEO. It was about shining a light on a systemic problem. The fallout from the report is still ongoing, but it started a crucial conversation that we desperately need to have. The story of lithium is a microcosm of our modern dilemma. We need to move away from fossil fuels, but we must not replace one extractive, destructive system with another. This single mineral is fundamentally reshaping geopolitics, creating new empires of influence while threatening to leave vulnerable communities behind. We, as consumers, have power. We can demand transparency. We can support companies that are committed to ethical sourcing and innovative recycling. We need to push for a truly circular economy, where batteries are not just used and discarded, but recycled and repurposed, reducing our reliance on new mining. The road to a sustainable future is not paved with good intentions alone. It requires vigilance, accountability, and a commitment to ensuring that our green revolution lifts everyone up, especially those standing on the very ground from which our new world is being built. The lithium wars are far from over, but the first step in winning any battle is understanding what you're fighting for. Thank you for watching. If this story resonated with you, please share it and subscribe for more deep dives into the issues that shape our world.